Good morning and welcome to Seaside Quilting Tutorials. Today is box opening day. Now, I had plans over the weekend, Mother's Day weekend, to get the tutorial out to you for doing the quick panel quilt. But on Friday, I started having an earache, and I found out that on Saturday that I have a sinus infection and an ear infection, and spent most of the weekend not feeling well and being in pain. Actually, I still can't hear out of the ear yet, but I'm starting to feel better and not getting the sharp pains that I was getting. And this package came in yesterday, and I can't wait to open it, and I wanted to open it with you, so let's do that. Okay, I'm just going to get this camera adjusted a little bit so you'll be able to see everything. It's not as big of a package as last week. Can't always afford those big packages, even though I would love, love, love to be getting them every week. But nonetheless, this one's fun. I'm excited. This one I remember what's in it. And that's the reason why I wanted to show it to you. So, like I said before, these come double packaged, which is really, really lovely. I love their packaging. I love how they do that special stamp on there for us. And I'm really excited about this one. Not that I'm not excited about the other one, but I'm really excited to see this one. I've been wanting this for a while. I have an obsession with rulers, just like I have an obsession with fabric and everything else that has to do with quilting. So I have been needing, and she's got this packed really, really well, let me tell you. So she not only put it in plastic and put it in paper, but it's also wrapped in this box as well, cardboard. And I've never yet had a problem with getting a ruler safely from Seaside. Now, a few years back, I ordered the what size is that? Years back I ordered this ruler. It's the 12 and a half by 24 and a half ruler. And it took 3 tries. 3 tries for the company to get it to me when it wasn't busted. It's a hard ruler to ship, but all they did was they stuck it in a box and shipped it. It wasn't wrapped in any kind of plastic. It didn't have any bubble wrap on it, nothing. It was just thrown into a cardboard box and shipped out all of the 3 times. And the first 2 were broken badly, and luckily that one made it here. Because after the 3rd try, I was gonna give up on getting that ruler from them. And I don't want to tell you who it came from, because I don't like to tear down a company for their things. So, I'm not gonna do that. I find it distasteful. But I will tell you that I have gotten many, many rulers from Seaside Quilting Supplies, and they always come in perfect shape. Not a crack, not a corner busted off, nothing. This is the, I think it's the 9.5 inch square up ruler. It's, yes, 9.5 inches. And I love creative grids rulers. I've been changing all of my rulers over to creative grids. I didn't have the 9.5 inch size in any ruler, and I really need it when I'm squaring up. You can still do it with the 12.5 inch. It's just a little more awkward to do. And so I'm trying little by little to get more of the ones that are going to be useful to me. And I'm going to be doing a tutorial pretty soon on squaring up your blocks. And so I thought, you know, this would be super handy to get in. I'm so happy with it. Can't wait to use it. And I'm grateful that Seaside always makes sure that their rulers get here in good shape. Now, the other thing that I love about Seaside Quilting Supplies is that if you ever have a problem with them, you just need to let them know. I'm just looking through, you know, the little cardboard to make sure I don't throw anything away that I shouldn't be throwing away, and I'm not. And this had not just one cardboard on each side. It had 4 pieces of cardboard on each side of the ruler to ensure that it stayed packed really nice. So even though it came in this plastic bag, that ruler came in nice and safe. But like I was saying, if you ever have a problem with Seaside Quilting Supplies, they have great customer service, and they always take care of you. And I will say that the majority of everything that I purchase comes from them. Ah, yes! Of course, there's my little bill. And somewhere in here, let me see, they like to tuck things into your fabric. So sometimes when you order small things, quite often they're tucked into your fabric. So sometimes you have to look around. Oh, look at that. And I got a little shell. I've been told that this is Barb's husband John's favorite shell. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I can put that with my shell collection. She goes out, I think about twice a year, sometimes 3 times during the year if she can find the time. And she collects thousands and thousands and thousands of seashells, cleans them, dries them, and packages every single shell. And they go out to the customers. What a wonderful thing to do. Ah, I knew there was some needles in here somewhere. And like I said, when you order something small, just open your fabric up and take a look-see, because you never know. Sometimes we've had customers send us messages and say, oh, I didn't get this or that. And later on, they went and looked and they were like, oh my goodness, it was in between my fabric. And that's done intentionally to make sure that your items get there safely without being broken. And I needed some chrome Schmetz needles. These are really, really great professional grade needles. I don't know if I said rulers. You have to excuse me. With my ear being plugged up, it's really been affecting me. But I needed some quilting needles. So I got 2 different sizes. Lovely. I'm so glad, because I think I'm down to just 1 needle left. And my Bernina long arm uses sewing needles. It doesn't use long arm needles, which is one of the biggest reasons why I chose the long arm that I did, was because I don't have to have a different style needle. So that gives me more variety of needles that I'm able to use in my long arm, which is great. So I can, when I long arm on denim or leather or anything, and I do, I can use the proper needle for that. And there's less availability in the types of needles that you're able to get for the long arm. So anyways, that aside, I really needed those. I know I only have like 1 or 2 of the quilting needles left. So that's wonderful. And so my order was a little small this time, but still lovely. Now let me see. This is, I believe this was fuchsia. Trying to find the company. I don't remember. Sometimes they don't put it on the salvage like you wish they would. But anyways, this is one of the blenders. I love blenders. I probably buy more blenders than I buy of any other type of fabric. Let me hold that up for you. It's a beautiful color. It's almost like a purpley pink coloring, and I'm trying to build up my blenders. Of course, I'm always trying to build up my blenders, but I work a lot with blenders. They really help me a lot in my quilts. Ever since I started collecting blenders, I hardly ever use a solid, maybe a solid white or a solid black. Once in a while a solid brown. But I really like the blenders because it gives you more texture, more coloring in your quilt. And I really like it because they set off, like when I'm using florals or a picture in fabric, this will really be nice. And then I got the, I think this was baby pink, but I can't remember. It's a type of pink anyways, by the same company, and I cannot remember the company name. Let me see if it's on my, it might be on my receipt. Let me see. No, it's not. But that was fuchsia mottled here, and this is called bubblegum. I thought it was baby pink, but it's called bubblegum. Isn't that cute? And Mary always writes these little cute messages with her thank you when she's packaging my stuff. And she was asking me, is her quilt done yet? And that's the quick panel quilt that I'm putting together in a tutorial. I have the tutorial half done, but by Friday afternoon I could tell that I was not feeling good. And since that was such a short order, not the last order, but my order a couple of orders ago, I hadn't even gotten to unbox it. I had been so straight out busy with projects, and I'm taking a master free motion quilting feathering class, and so I have homework to practice. And so between that and doing tutorials and, you know, cleaning house and cooking and other things that we have to do in life, I hadn't finished unpacking this order. So I wanted to show it to you because this is a pretty yellow. This is also a mottled fabric. It's a batik, I believe. Yes, I believe this is a batik. And my lighting, I can't quite, let me see if I have something white that I can put up against this so that maybe you can see. Maybe that will bring out the yellow a little bit more. But it's a real pretty, pale, light, lemony looking yellow. And I really like using yellow with blue, and well, yellow goes with a lot of things. Actually, yellow would go really pretty with these as well. Love it, love it, love it. Now this one another batik. And you'll see, and I'm hating the lighting for these today. Let me see. I'm probably going to need this more. This is a white, but it has mottled purple in it. And it's a grapey, it's done very, very lightly, but it's a grapey purple. And for me, I have a hard time quite often finding the grape purple. A lot of times I can find violet, I can find different variations of purple, but to find the true grape look is something of a challenge for me to find the right one. And I needed a blender to go with another fabric that I had shown you. I can't remember if it was last time. Oh, let me see. I have it right over here, in fact. It's the Northcott. It's the Northcott Modern Love. And see how it's got that grapey color in it? Well, I wanted something that goes with it. And as I was telling you last time, this grape color has been a challenge for me. And this is going to go just lovely with this fabric. And I don't always buy all the coordinates that go with a line. There were several that went with the Modern Love, and I did not get them all. But I did get this in an ends of bolt sale. And so those two are going to go just lovely in a quilt together. I think these are all batiks. This is more of a teal batik. I love batiks. Ever since I started getting batiks, I love that. I love the texture, the feeling of the fabric. It's not quite that silky feeling like this is more silky feeling, softer feeling and whatnot. But I like these. They're nice and sturdy. Batiks are easier to cut more accurately. I have found them easier to cut. And this is a beautiful teal. Not the bright, bright teal, but like an oceany teal color. So that will go well with my teals. And this is another batik. I think it's either like, I think it was called raspberry or fuchsia as well. Just a beautiful, vibrant color. I like to mix duller colors with vibrant colors. I think the lighter ones tone down the brightness of some of these. But I was in love with this when I saw it. And I believe this one is called Eggplant. Now, please excuse me if I used the wrong name. Sometimes I don't remember. And see how this is a different, more of a, to me, like a violet type purple. And this is a grape purple. And they probably would work well together since this does have a little bit of that right in there. But they're not going to go together in a quilt. They just don't look good enough together for me. But I do have a purpose for this. I have some others of this coloring of purple that I've been collecting. Oh, yeah, that shows that color really, really well right there. Isn't that beautiful? So anyways, that is my order for today. That's our box opening for today. I hope you're enjoying the box opening. I think it's fun to see people open boxes. Once in a while, Seaside Supplies, when they get their larger orders in, sometimes they'll grab a box and they'll open it up for us, and we get to order right there during that time while they're opening it up, which is always exciting. It's just exciting to see what someone's getting in their box, I think. And it's become like this new phenomenon around the world. And so I thought I'd share my order with you. So I hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy this, and leave me a comment. Let me know, do you enjoy the box openings? Do you not enjoy the box openings? Do you not care either way? Let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts. If you have ideas of things that you would like to see, leave me a message and let me know that too. So just so I don't forget to tell you, we have, let me see if I can readjust my camera a little bit here. I hate talking to the table. So we have a private group called Seaside Quilting on Facebook. And then we have our business page, which is Seaside Quilting Supplies, LLC. Every Tuesday evening, and it happens to be Tuesday today, at 7 p.m., there is a sip and shop live, and that's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Now we're starting to move over to the comments sold. So like we used to just write the orders down and then bill you, and it's a long process, and we're moving over to the comments sold, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with that or not. We'll be explaining it more during the sip and shop tonight, and as we go along, moving into that phase. But basically all it is that when we post items for sale on our business page or in our group, and we do sometimes have special sales in our Facebook group, Seaside Quilting, that we don't post anywhere else. So please come over and join us. And we share our projects, we share tutorials, we share tips, we share ideas, we help each other, which is wonderful. But anyways, tonight we will start to explain the whole comments sold concept to everybody. I know some of you are familiar, some of you aren't. It's a little worrisome sometimes to go into something new that you're not used to, but this is going to make everything easier for the customer and for the business as well, which means they have more time to get your product out to you faster. So basically, when we post something for sale, you can just type sold, and it automatically goes into a cart for you. And a message will come to you through Messenger from Seaside, and all you have to do, it will either say click to go to checkout, or it says pay now. I've gotten both options on mine. You just click on that and it will take you to your cart, and you can pay for it either with credit card, PayPal, or whatever. Okay, so say we post fabric for sale and you want 2 yards, not just one, or you want 3, or you want 4, or whatever. So you will just type sold, click enter, so it posts. Then you'll do it again as many times as you want that item. So even if it's like, say, needles or thread or whatever, and you want more than one, that will be the process. Excuse me, getting hiccups this morning. And we'll be turning this over to our lives now, which is wonderful. And you'll see that more in action as you're watching our lives, and I hope that you will join us. But we'll be able to explain that a little bit more. It's hard to explain that one without visually being there, but there'll be a little number up in the corner of your screen, and they'll tell you the number. And for the lives, you'll type sold and then whatever number of the item it is, and then that will automatically go into your cart. It's going to be a big time saver. It's going to make everything so much easier. I know maybe you might be a little worried about it or nervous about it if you're used to shopping with us, but don't be. We're going to help you through all that process. So anyways, if this is the first time that you are watching us, I hope that you will click subscribe. And right next to the subscribe button, if you click that little bell, you can adjust the notifications to all, and there's some other options. I just click all on the ones that I want to see all their content come through, and then I pick and choose what I actually want to watch. And we'll have more and more tutorials come up. We have different playlists set for our tutorials and for the lives and the box openings and whatnot. So click on playlist or click on videos, and you'll be able to see more of our videos. That's it for today. And in the meantime, until I see you later on, I wish you happy sewing.